Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Trimco number 1065-613 pocket door privacy lock. This is specifically for 1 3/8 doors, shown in the oil rubbed bronze or 613 finish. There's the exterior side. Controlled by the turn that I'm manipulating. Okay. Edge pull. Available in several different finishes as well. Again, this is the 613 oil rub bronze finish. Okay, so first of all, this can be reversed. You know, obviously you're going to need the hook pointing down. And this may be the improper orientation for you since it's a privacy site. And you simply do that by removing this screw, okay? And then reversing your plates is how that's going to work. You just take your plate and turn it over, bring it to the other side, and then you'll reattach your two machine screws. Okay? The fact that this is for an 1 3/8 door is governed by this pin that you see that goes from here all the way over to here. And if you have an 1 3/4 door, you simply need a longer pin, but that has to be ordered specifically at that time. So if you have need for an 1 3/4 door compatibility, reach out to us and we'll make sure that you get the proper pin on there. There's generally a marginal increase in cost. Now, machining this item, it's very straightforward, and there's a link below this video showing how to go about doing it, and at least in terms of what it's supposed to look like. And you can see from step one, they've got basically a rectangular notch cut out in the edge of the door. And, you know, how you go about doing that is, you know, I would use a router because I've been in an environment where I've needed to do, you know, a lot of these, you know, one after another. I would have a fixture, a template that would allow me to do that. And give me a very clean sort of look. I would have to generally square the corners out, but not very much at all, because there's not a lot of the inside mechanism that requires a very hard finished square corner, but you do have to make them square. This machine bolt here and here just clamps the body together. Then, with the screws provided, you can see there's 2 short and 2 long. The short ones are going to be for your to finish off the lock installation, and that will bite into the wood that you've not mortised out when you go back 1 3/4 into the door. Then what they're saying here is the moving on to the strike plate, and here it is, by the way. You know, let's just put a tape measure on everything real quick. Overall width 2.5. Overall height 2 3/4. The strike. And being 613 finish, that means it's a solid bronze material. 1 inch by 2 1/4. Now you can see that slot is not in the center. However, if you were to take, they're referencing this. If basically you hold the face of the strike up to the lock case, they're the same height. So you could take the center line of the case and translate that into the center line of your jamb. Okay? Accommodating for whatever sort of difference there is between the top of the door and wherever you're measuring to the jamb. But that center line would be, you know, you could use those as a starting point. This material is very thin. You don't need to mortise it any deeper than 50 thousandths of an inch. A router for doing that you know, is pretty small material for a router. You might want to use a real sharp chisel just to do that by hand. But, you know, there you go. And then you're going to drill your 5/16 diameter hole. And, you know, you're going to want to be careful with that because this is only 1 inch, as it's shown in step 2 of the strike installation, so that you can allow the hook to feed back in here. Okay. Moving down to the bottom, they show references to where you've got the what's called the rocker pin, and that again governs the door thickness that you're dealing with. Real nice quality fit and finish with Trimco, there's no doubt. So, and then the 2 longer screws that were in this package are for the strike, naturally. Okay. Copy of the instructions that are here are included with the item. And Trimco is a full-line manufacturer of all things trim and auxiliary hardware related. So if you have need for anything else in that category of hardware, Trimco is probably a very good choice for you. Their lead times might be a little longer than we'd like, but their fit and finish and their quality of the product is always well worth the wait. If you have any questions on the Trimco number 1065-613, sliding door or pocket door privacy lock, or any other Trimco product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.